Hello and welcome. The main news from the past week has been fresh rhetoric from the world's major central banks and the implication this has for markets. The US Federal Reserve, the Bank of England and the European Central Bank all decided to leave interest rates on pause last week, and it's in line with expectations. The fact that policymakers chose to pause amid a downward trajectory in inflation had been anticipated by markets. However, most noteworthy was the subsequent speech by the Federal Reserve Chair, Jerome Powell, who suggested that the Fed is likely at or near its peak for this tightening cycle. The Federal Committee voted unanimously to maintain rates at a target level of 5.25% to 5.5% and downgraded its forecast for where rates will peak next year. This created a strong shift in sentiment and further stimulated by comments from Powell that core inflation risk and worry have eased and rate cuts are becoming a real consideration for 2024. This shift in rhetoric makes it even more likely that base interest rates in the US at least have peaked and might now begin to be brought down. Expectation for a 1% to 1.5% rate cut in the US in the coming months could be welcome news for risky assets such as equity, in part because it further evidences that we may be past the worst in terms of recessionary pressures. While the rate cycle path could still be tumultuous, of course, and much of this positivity may have already been priced in market valuation, this is a positive dose of optimism delivered as a festive gift just before the start of 2024. Similarly, in the UK, while the vote to hold rates was not unanimous, 6 in favor of a rate pause and 3 in favor of another increase, the rhetoric, though clearly more hawkish than the Fed, still leaves room for rates moderation in 2024. This will of course depend on inflation data. It nevertheless seems that rates may have peaked too in the UK. From Nutmeg's perspective, we haven't changed our portfolios, which were already positioned well for this outcome with an overweight held in equities and the US specifically. That said, we will continue to monitor developments actively. I'd like to thank you for being a Nutmeg customer, and we really wish you a very happy holiday season. Please also do check out our latest blog where the team gives our outlook for the next 12 months, including looking towards a busy election year in both the UK and the US. Thanks for watching.